Debbie White's presentation on air traffic, so can I
Want us?
Mary up here?
Yeah.
Put you on the spot? I'll introduce Mary Taylor and she can tell you more, and I've already forgotten, is it Rob?
He answers the most.
Mary's from CenturyLink, and she will tell us, she's been here many times, often in conjunction with members of Upton, the upping technology in underserved neighborhoods.
Right.
Thank you, Mary.
So Mary Taylor, this is Don Hartsock. This is his first North Beacon Hill Community Council meeting. He's within our engineering department. And I figured somebody may have some questions about what I wanted to talk about. They're way over my head when it comes to technology, so I brought Don along with me. What I wanted to do is give you an update from the last time I talked to you. We were under the throes of dealing with the director's role, trying to get policy changes to city code to allow us to start deploying broadband, not only in Beacon Hill but throughout the city, but this is kind of the area where we started because of Upton. That was how I engaged with the city to start with. Happy to announce that the director's rule, which you've heard about on a number of occasions, was actually modified at the end of September. There was also another policy that we were working on, which was Seattle City Lights construction standards that dealt with aerial construction on poles, and both of those policies have been modified to support broadband deployment. And it took us a little while to get our legs under us after those policies were changed, because our focus has been trying to move into fiber to the premise deployment, meaning taking fiber. What we historically been deploying is fiber to the node. And what that means is you bring fiber optic cable to a location in a neighborhood, and then you use the existing connections to the houses to deploy services. And that's a great service. It works very well. We've got a big area up here that we deploy, and we can drive speeds up to 100 meg over that service, which is more than the average residential user really needs. But the focus and the buzz that you're hearing in all the press and across the country is cities, unless they have fiber to the prem or 1 gig services, gigabit per second, they're behind the curve. So Dawn and the engineering team have been working really hard to design broadband projects in the city of Seattle, and I'm happy to announce that in the Beacon Hill, there were 3 areas that we targeted initially when we got the director's rule overturned. We started with Ballard because that's the area where we had the best case scenario with our fiber, our existing fiber backbone. So it was Ballard, West Seattle, Beacon Hill, Central District were the focus in where we wanted to actually deploy. That's what we talked to council about. We have, took us about till probably the first of the year, really get our legs under us, get our contractors and our equipment suppliers to deliver on their promise to us. And now we've got things, I think, pretty well at hand as far as being able to get equipment and get things moving. And today, these are old statistics as of March 25th. In these areas, in our service area that we consider Beacon Hill, we've got 2. We've got Duwamish and we've got what we call Seattle East. We've enabled fiber to the premise, 1 gig service to 9,800 homes. So starting from 0 with nothing. I mean, these guys have been working their tails off. I don't think Dawn's had a whole weekend off since the Christmas holiday. I mean, you worked through the holiday, as a matter of fact. So, and I'm not here to yammer at you. I mean, we still have projects planned in this area. We've got projects across, all the way down and through South Seattle. We've got areas up north. Truthfully, the only areas that we really are not focused on right now, just because we have other policy issues to get through because of the expense, are the underground neighborhoods like Magnolia. Those aren't even on our radar right now. We're really focused on South Seattle, up that corridor into North Seattle, Ballard, and north of that. We've got a lot of projects. I know some of you are either connected or will soon be connected with the gig service, or 40 meg or 100 meg. That type of technology will provide 3 speeds effectively. They're symmetrical, 40 meg, 100 meg, and 1 gig. You don't have to take a gig. And Don will tell you a gig for the average residential user is probably more than you'll need at any time right now. But the cool thing about that is it also allows us to deliver for our low-income customers. We have a program that's called Internet Basics. And for those folks that are being served off of that fiber to the premise network, we're delivering 40 meg to low-income customers that qualify at $9.95 a month for the first year, $12.95 after that. So there's a lot of benefits to what we're doing, and it's delivering on a promise, but it was based on you folks advocating for change. So with that, we're here to answer any questions you have. If you have questions about what the installation looks like. The other thing that you need to be aware of is we're also working on, the City of Seattle just passed an ordinance related to their cable franchise requirements, which will allow a new entrant to come in, a new competitor to come in and actually work at it, deploy based on a competitive model. We are seriously looking at deploying a cable product as well. So our goal is to, at some point in the future, file a franchise agreement, hopefully get approved by the City of Seattle, and then we'll be able to offer something that will be able to compete directly with Comcast and White.
So the reason we had to switch in the agenda is because the gentleman needs to catch a flight.
Yes.
So we have about 5 minutes to pose questions to him, so he can come here to get to the airport.
Wow.
I'd heard you have to have a power supply to the outside of the box from inside the house. Is that right?
So the terminating equipment that we use, so let's go back. So first of all, our existing network is a copper-based network, and we provide voltage on that network to the subscribers' location, so there's no remote power source needed in most cases. With the fiber technology, obviously, we can't transmit power over it. So we do need a power source on the end to power our equipment that we install at your premise. It's a very low amperage, and we're talking a fraction of an amp per hour. You know, I mean, it's very small. We have multiple mounting options. We can mount it externally. We can mount it internally. Our original deployment was very similar to our copper termination, which is a little gray box on the side of the house that you're so accustomed to. And so we have a very similar product like that on the fiber side, where we bring fiber into that. We mount a small piece of electronics, and that needs power to it. So, you know, sometimes we need power, you know, depending on everything's specific to the home. You know, sometimes we can mount the power supply inside and run the power lead outside. Or what we're moving to in today's environment is we've got a new product that's actually an indoor, kind of a desktop mount termination unit that will bring fiber straight to that. So some places within the premise, the challenge with that is that we've got to get fiber into the home, so maybe a little disruption running that fiber. You know, once we get to the house, we got to do a little run through the house to get to it. So kind of, you know, the installer kind of works with the homeowner to determine what's the best solution based on the wiring of the house and what's available and what the
location for
homeowner
where you want the
preference-
load.
Yeah, and what the homeowner preference is and what your service needs are and things like that.
So you'll come out and just install, or we'll get a set of instructions on what you need from us?
Yeah, we'll set up an appointment with you, tell you when we be there. We need access to the home, obviously, to do it, and then obviously the technician will, you know, probably query you with some questions in terms of, you know, where do you want the service, where, you know, do you have a home office or something that you wanted? Do you typically operate everything else in the home wirelessly? Do you need to hardwire to some devices in the home? And work with you to try to figure out the best location and then work through the options to get that done.
And what happens typically in the fiber to the premise deployment, Mark, is they'll come out and they'll hang the drop, meaning the connection to the house. They'll do that a day ahead of time, because to install one of these overall is probably about an 8-hour cumulative install. So what our folks have tried to do is to try to do that in advance, and then the technician can just focus on the house itself.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So I come in the house to your terminating connection, then I go to my modem and then my router, like,
Yeah, so
replace the other people with you.
yeah. So our service terminates on a device that basically converts the optical signal to an electrical signal back to an Ethernet, and then we run that electrical signal into a modem that you can either buy or lease from us. And that modem actually acts as a gateway, the data capacity is there without the modem, but the modem actually is a gateway that allows you access through our network on the public internet. So it's what does the validation that, hey, you have an active account, and everything, and says, yes, he's a authorized subscriber of that data
Okay, one
pass.
last question, please, so we stay on time.
Yeah.
This lady said her.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
here we go.
Go ahead. Yes,
Oh, thank you. Well, you were in my part of the neighborhood, which is south of the golf course a couple of weeks ago. Everybody in my neighborhood is super excited about it, and I was just wondering, like, we're all gonna have all these same questions. I'm the only one from my neighborhood here. Like, I'm assuming you're gonna give us lots of notice when this is ready to go, but it'll be on an individual basis. I wonder if it's possible to get somebody like you, a representative, and we can get everybody in my neighborhood is interested together, and like, we get just a big orientation and like,
So the way it works is, and this is the thing that we've always got to temper, is because we're doing such a broad swath, and I can't share this, I'm not supposed to share this because this is confidential data, but this is what we're doing in Seattle. The green areas are already deployed, blue is under construction, yellow is in design. So you can tell.
You realize you're on camera, right?
Yeah, that's fine. It's not that big an area. But so what happens is because we're doing such a big area, the trucks are rolling through with the fiber well in advance of when the service is going to be available. So once we got it in, we've got it turned up and we've got it ready to go where we can actually start delivering the product. Typically what we'll do is we'll provide door hangers on the door. And what we're doing is rather than sending you on those door hangers, we're sending you to somebody locally. Right now it's out of Bellevue because we're getting ready to build, we're getting ready to turn up a retail location here in Seattle. But the idea is to get you with somebody who understands the neighborhood and knows where you are. And they can answer questions for you. I mean, if we get a big group of folks, a lot of these folks know I'm always open to having a cup of coffee or, grabbing a beer with a group of folks and answering questions. I can't bring him over from Spokane, but I can muddle through most of it. Yeah, that's true. If there's a beer, he may come too. But yeah, I mean, there's a way to get you the information. But I will tell you, in all honesty, our techs are the best source of information. When they come out to your house, they're there and they will answer your questions until you're completely satisfied. And these folks know how to get a hold of me.
It's on the agenda.
Yeah. So what I would say is if you have questions about what's happening in your individual neighborhood, if you've got questions, I'm always open to an email. And I'm more than happy to try to get you an answer if you have questions. But look for door hangers, look for mailers. When the trucks come through, it's great to get excited about it, but expect at least a month and a half because we're so busy trying to catch up to throw the electronics on to make stuff work. But anyways, what I wanted to really say is thank you because this group has been very supportive on policy changes. There are more to come to do what we really want to do in Seattle. But I think this is a great thing that we should all celebrate. And it's really because of the community groups.
Excellent, thank you. And if you're interested in this topic, go to upton.org.
There you go.
You can also definitely, Mary's the most accessible non-salesperson I've ever met.
So if you want to
Thank you, Mary.